The good thing about PenFed is their personal loan, you can actually pre-qualify for the loan. Think about it. That's just wonderful. Okay, so in today's conversation, I want to talk to you about the $50,000 PenFed personal loan, 7 best times to apply so you can get approved without fail. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation, I guarantee it.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. You know they're coming up to me, cause I'm just the kind of flower that's stinging in the beat, but the rhythm's getting higher. Go, 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 go. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome 50K Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about the $50,000 PenFed personal loan, 7 best times to apply so you get approved without fail. Let me first give you an overview of the loan we're talking about. You need to understand what PenFed loan is about, okay? So they offer a wide range of personal loans, okay, with low rates and minimal fees. It really depends on you. But one thing we love about PenFed is that you can pre-qualify for the loan. I mean, hands down, they're the best in the industry. Navy Fed doesn't offer that. PenFed, you can actually pre-qualify for a loan, okay? No matter your membership level, even if you're an outsider, you can still see what's inside, okay? So what are the pros and cons of this loan? Well, you have soft credit check with pre-qualification. I just said that. They have no origination or prepayment fees, and they offer joint and secure loan options, and they have a wonderful app to manage your loan. Fantastic. The only drawbacks in our view is that they don't have a discount for auto pay, okay? And they don't offer direct payment to your creditors with debt consolidation loans. And there is actually no option in terms of changing your payment date. So they're a little inflexible on that front. But you know what? It's not a biggie, really. So the loan we're talking about the loan amount goes from $600 to $50,000, and you have repayment terms between 1 and 5 years. This is really good, okay? And so what in terms of PenFed at a glance, an overview, if you will, they are actually available in all 50 states. We love that. They are very transparent with the fees. We love that, okay? You can get money, you can get your cash within 1 week, sometimes within 3 days. It depends on your financial situation, okay? And PenFed does stand out, really, when it comes to minimal fees and low rates. Fantastic. I already talked about the soft credit check to pre-qualify. They have a wide constellation of loan amounts. This is really good. And you can also use a PenFed share account to secure your personal loan. It really depends on your situation. So if you want to qualify for a PenFed loan, one thing I want to say here is that you need to be a member, okay? They may actually pre-qualify you without being a member, but once you want to move forward and you want them to actually pull your credit score to actually give you a final decision, you will need to open an account with them. Very important. So that's all you need to understand when it comes to the loan itself. Now let me speak to you about the 7 best times to apply. The first time is pre-qualification. Now, the pre-qualification is not really a time, but hey, boss, think about it. Right now, let's say you just go you go to PenFed, you put your information, right? And you basically enter your income, you enter your a lot of things about you, and they tell you, hey, listen, you pre-qualify for $30,000, and the terms, the APR is 8%, blah 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 blah. You know what? It's a great way. Now, if you need the money, I would say go ahead and apply for the personal loan if you need the money. But if you don't need the cash, you don't have to apply, because that will be a waste of 5 points or 10 points on your FICO score. And nobody wants that, right? Dad, I'm talking to you. Mom, are you there? Hello? 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 Okay. So it's important to understand that with PenFed personal loan, you want to be very strategic. So when you pre-qualify, if you see an offer that's really good, think deep. Do I need the money? Can I afford to lose 10 points of my credit score? Am I preparing a mortgage? Because if you are in a mortgage transaction, you definitely don't want to apply for that. Okay. But the cool thing is what we love, I've said this before, it's that the pre-qualification is open to outsiders also. You don't have to be a PenFed member to qualify for the pre-qualification. It's right there on the website. Okay. So when we talk about pre-qualification or pre-approval in the context of PenFed Personal Loan, those two terms are interchangeable. They are synonymous. Okay. So here are a few pro tips. Here is how you can use the pre-qualification to your advantage. First, if you're a PenFed member, go to your account database, or to your account dashboard rather, and you basically want to click on the link and enter your information. See what you could qualify for. Try it out. Okay, you might be surprised, but again, as I said, I'm not here trying to push you to get in debt if you don't need it. You only want to follow that link if you are interested, if you want to consolidate debt, if you want to make a big purchase, if you need the cash for something that the PenFed loan covers, okay? And click the link and see what really works for you, enter your information, and study the offers they give you. And usually they will give you four or five offers, depending on the state you're applying from, and choose the best one for you. The second time you want to apply for the $50,000 PenFed Personal Loan, boss, is if you have a raise in your income. We are talking about pay raise, right? So you want to tell PenFed if your income has gone up. Oh, well, this is important, boss. You know, the funny thing is people actually go through life and good things happen to them monetarily, and they don't notify PenFed. I'm not asking you to pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm making $100,000 now. You know, I'm just chilling. I'm banking. No, I'm not asking you to do anything, anything outlandish. I'm asking you to go to your dashboard, and whenever your income is increasing, you just want to put in the data there, okay? Because there's a section in your income. There's a section in your account dashboard at PenFed where you have to enter your income. Let's say you started 5 years ago and you were making 45 grand a year. We're talking about gross income. So all credit decisions at that time were made in relationship with that 45,000 annual income. Today, 5 years later, you're making 90 grand or you're making $100,000 because you have been good at work, you have gotten bonuses, whatever. Well, listen, you have to inform PenFed. They're not actually monitoring your ass to see whatever. No. They're just relying on you to update your data. And the cool thing is that PenFed has an algorithm internally that continually monitors members' financial profiles, and if they see that you are making more money based on what you inputted. Now, I'm not asking you to lie though, because be prepared to actually back up and substantiate your income, because if you apply for a loan, you bet they're going to verify your employment. They might ask to see your pay stubs, to see your tax returns and whatnot. Okay, so you can also increase your income right now. You ask for a pay increase at work. You can look for a better paying job. Okay, you can start a side gig. You can sell unwanted belongings. The whole thing is to always increase your income and net worth. You can explore tax deductions and credits. Whatever can put more cash in your pocket, you want to explore that. You can seek financial assistance in some cases. You can lean into investing, okay, or you can free up room in your budget. So those are things you have to do to increase your pay, your overall pay. And once that happens, you want to be in a position where you tell PenFed. You can tell PenFed over the phone, or you can do things yourself in your account dashboard. One thing that's very important to remember is that as a PenFed Honors Advantage member, you actually, once you become a part of that program, this could be a good opportunity to apply for a loan. Again, if you really need it. Now, I know already a lot of folks who are going to write stuff like in the comment section saying this is like BS, this will never happen. Hey. We've been members of PenFed for the last 30 years. Our team members have been members of PenFed for the last 30 years. Okay, we know what we're talking about. And we have accompanied many clients, business clients and personal clients to get PenFed loans and lines of credit and credit cards. So as a member of PenFed Honors Advantage program, you do receive preferential treatments. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you. But in reality, you do receive preferential treatment. How can you qualify for the PenFed Honors Advantage program? Well, two things. Either you have a checking account, okay, you have to maintain a PenFed checking account, or you actually have to be in military service. In other words, if you're a military service, if you are, active duty, reserve, honorably discharged, or retired, you can qualify. You can qualify. Okay. Now, one thing you need to understand is that the program, the PenFed Honors Advantage program, gives you more benefits for credit cards, but it's always great to be part of it because its benefits trickle down to other credit products, including PenFed personal loans and mortgages. Okay, so this percolation, the fact that those benefits percolate into other aspects of your relationship with PenFed, that's really where the juice is. Okay, and so here is how the PenFed Honors Advantage program works. Well, eligibility is based either on having and maintaining a PenFed Access America checking account, or having been in the military service, right? Active duty, reserve, honorably discharged, or retired. And once you have that, you can also have a credit card, so PenFed Power Cash Rewards or PenFed Pathfinder Rewards. Okay, you don't need to apply for the PenFed Honors Advantage program. If you are in military service, you will receive the PenFed Honors Advantage 2% cashback upon completion of the application. Remember that once you're part of that program, you can apply for the PenFed Personal Loan, and you'll be treated differently. You can take this from us. We have been in the game for 30 years. PenFed look at your application differently, but you want to apply at a branch or over the phone. Another time when you want to apply for a PenFed personal loan is when you need a small loan. See, the thing is, we put $50,000 PenFed personal loan in the title, right? But that's the maximum, really. So the minimum is $600. So you probably need something in between, right? You're not asking for a lot of cash. So this is kind of cool. So you can don't ask for too much cash. So if you're looking for a small amount, this could be the right time to apply for a PenFed personal loan. Now, what I'm talking about, a small amount, it really depends on your situation and it depends on your family finances, right? But $1,000 could be considered a small amount. $5,000 could be considered a small amount, right? And especially if you are talking about 5 years or 4 years, $5,000 is a manageable repayment, is a management loan from a repayment perspective. Obviously, I don't know your finances. I'm just speculating here, but yeah. So obviously, when you have 5 digits, we're not talking anymore about small loans. So you want to actually look for the right loan, and you want to apply when the money you need is very small. Okay. Obviously, there are a lot of reasons. You have to understand that PenFed actually pays attention to the reason why you need the loan. Okay, here are some top reasons to get a personal loan, especially from PenFed. Debt consolidation. Okay, alternative to payday loan. We know how payday loan they ask for very high interest rates, so you can use the loan as an alternative to a payday loan. Home remodeling. If you have some things to do in the house, you can probably get a PenFed personal loan to cover that. Moving costs. Okay, I mean, sometimes you just want to save some cash. You want to, let's say your job was relocated to another place in another state, and you have to move. So you can take out a loan to take care of moving costs or emergency expenses. This is kind of cool. Medical bills here and there. You never know. Large purchases. Okay, vehicle financing. The cool thing is you can get a personal loan for a vehicle financing, or you can actually get a car loan directly from PenFed. It really depends on your financial situation, okay? And you can cover wedding expenses. Yeah, people take out loans from PenFed to cover wedding expenses. It's totally possible, okay? So I'm just giving you a few ways to actually use the money. You can use the money for a vacation also. It really depends on you. Another great time to apply for a PenFed personal loan is if you have a capable cosigner. Very important. Okay, if you have someone who has a good FICO score and is willing to actually back you up in the loan, go ahead and do it. Okay, now PenFed in some cases they want to have a co-borrower, but not a co-signer. Okay, in other words, they want somebody who is also a co-borrower, so they are both you and him or her, you and he or she are responsible concurrently on the loan. If you find someone like that, well, go ahead and do it. In other words, make sure the person here, the co-applicant, has a high FICO score though. You don't want to be around 700 and find someone who is around 650 or 620, because that's going to drop down the average of FICO score that your application as a whole has. Okay, now let's quickly talk about what are we talking about when we say a cosigner. Well, a cosigner is a secondary person who agrees to pay back a loan in case the primary borrower defaults. In other words, doesn't pay back. So when you cosign on a loan from PenFed or another institution, the loan is recorded on both your credit reports and on the main borrower's credit report. As long as the main borrower makes on-time payments, you will get the benefits of those marked too. Okay, so that's for a cosigner. Now, a co-borrower means that you both are on the hook on the loan. There's no scenario of having primary borrower and secondary borrower. No, you are really on the hook. So things have to work out. Okay, and when a cosigner makes sense, well, if you have bad credit, if you don't have much income to actually justify vis-a-vis PenFed, if you are young and you don't yet have credit in your name, this could be a good opportunity to say, hey, listen, I think I can actually, I will need a cosigner or a co-borrower. Now, by the way, how do you find that person? Well, the easiest way is to look around you. In your family, those are folks who have the experience, who have potentially a high FICO score and can help you. Okay, so maybe you look at your grandfather, for example, your grandmother, or your father or your mother. Okay, you want to really lean on folks that are really close to you, because co-borrowing and co-signing are very tough decisions from a legal perspective. So that's why you want to be with someone that you trust. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. I'm still having a conversation with you about the 7 best times to apply so you get approved without fail for the $50,000 PenFed Personal Loan. Time number 6 is if you have a high FICO. Oh yeah, boy, I'm telling you, if you are lucky enough to have a high FICO and you do need the money, you better apply now. Let's say you have successfully disputed some items on your credit reports, right? So you went from 600 to 750, but you need the money, you need some cash. Well, this is a great time to apply for a PenFed. Okay, credit scores, as you know, are major considerations on personal loan applications. So the higher your score, the better your approval chances. Because, but the thing is, you have to clean up your credit reports. You have to improve it. You have to increase it. So check your reports for errors. Yeah. Because common errors that may hurt your score include wrong accounts, right? I mean, closed accounts reported as open, for instance. This is kind of bad. You have incorrect credit limits. So you have there a couple of things that can really ding your credit score, okay? And make sure that you remember, you can get a free credit report from annualcreditreport.com. Once a year, you are entitled to free credit reports. So you want to take advantage of that. Very important, okay? And you constantly want to get on top of your payments. So I've said this before, if you are not already, you want to be vigilant about making monthly payments toward all your debts all the time, okay? You want to pay on time or all the time. You want to pay more attention to the minimums that the credit cards and lines of credit are asking you. Okay, because this will benefit your payment history and the credit utilization ratio. Because if you really think about it, your CUR, your credit utilization ratio, is the percentage of your available credit that you are using. So It's really important to have that, okay? And also you can also request a credit limit increase so that overall your CR goes down simply because your denominator, your available balance went up. Okay, so this is pure math, but yeah. So here is a winner strategy for you. If you have a high FICO and you want to apply for PenFed Personal Loan, you want to do it automatically. So right after if you just check the FICO score for the pre-qualification and you are in the right band, that's the keyword here, right band, you want to apply right away. No time to waste, no. Just apply right away. You never know. You might be approved. Last but not the least, boss, if you have a low DTI and CUR, this is a great time to apply for the PenFed Personal Loan. The thing is, throughout your life, your financial life, you're going to have to rebalance your debts and income. Okay, and we all know how debts and income play an important role when it comes to what? DTI. So loan applications such as ones from PenFed ask for your annual income, and you can include money earned from part-time work. It's totally up to you. They're fine with that. So you want to consider increasing your income by starting a side hustle, for example, or working towards or raise at your full, you want to get a raise at your full-time job. But again, it's all about what really works for you, right? And one thing I want to say here is that boosting your income and reducing simultaneously your debt improves your debt to income ratio, right? Which basically is a percentage of your monthly debt payments divided by monthly income. So not all lenders have strict DTI requirements, but a lower rate, and this is important, a lower ratio really shows that your current debt is under control. And most importantly, you can take on more, because if I'm lending you some money and I have no confidence in your ability to actually take care of your current debt, that's really a wrong start, rocket start. And so I want to explain the DTI. The DTI is very simple. It's debt to income ratio. You put your debt payments at the top of the fraction, and you put your income, your gross income, at the bottom of the fraction, and whatever you get is what is your DTI. Now, DTI actually 30 to 35%. It should be below that. But if you have 60% or 70%, it's totally it is really difficult. You also want to understand what CUR means, right? Credit utilization ratio. This is important. This is basically, I just said this before, it's basically the proportion of credit that you use in relation to your overall credit, okay? And there is a strong correlation between your DTI and your CUR. Very important. Money. Now let me ask you a question, boss. Have you worked lately on your CUR or on your DTI? What are you doing right now to increase your credit score? What are you doing right now to actually pre-qualify more? You got to think about those things. All right, thank you for your attention to this conversation. I really appreciate it. I was talking to you about the $50,000 PenFed Personal Loan. 7 best times to apply so you get approved without fail. So I gave you an overview of the loan, but here are the 7 best times. Pre-qualification, pay raise, PenFed honors, right? Small loan. You have also, you can actually have a capable CoSigner, right? And high FICO score plays an important role also. And low DTI and CUR are very important also. Thank you so much.